Shedeur Sanders confronts pressure and pain as Deion's cancer battle casts long shadow. Few moments in sports carry the weight of real-life consequence. Wins and losses can grip us. Triumphs can inspire. But occasionally, something deeper cuts through the games, the locker rooms, the stats, and reminds everyone watching that even legends bleed. That moment came when Deion Sanders, the charismatic face of Colorado football and one of the most magnetic figures in sports history, revealed he had been battling bladder cancer. A routine CT scan for his heart in 2024 uncovered something far more terrifying: a high-grade, aggressive tumor buried deep in his bladder wall. The cancer wasn't just dangerous, it was life-altering. Weight dropped, energy disappeared, and after a series of invasive treatments failed to hold it back, Deion underwent a full bladder removal. The Hall of Famer, once known for his explosive speed and smooth confidence, found himself navigating life in diapers, living with a catheter, and facing a mortality he once seemed immune to. But what no one sat, least not impossible, the way that quiet fight shaped his son, Shedeur Sanders, as he stepped into the NFL with the Cleveland Browns, blocking out the noise, the pain, and the pity while Deion fought for his life behind the scenes. Shedeur was entering his rookie season. In the NFL, an emotional paradox few young athletes will ever understand. He was not just trying to earn a roster spot, but doing so under the constant gaze of a world that still sees him as Coach Prime's son. But pity, that's not a language the Sanders family speaks. Stay focused mentally. Dad, he's one person that he'll handle his. We handle what we gotta do, Shedeur told reporters at Brown's camp. So it was something that, we really ain't need to have no formal conversation about. There was no dramatic sit-down, number 2, tearful talks, no ESP unspecial style moments, just group chats, a few texts, and a shared understanding that sympathy doesn't move the chains. Y'all can't sit here and feel sorry for me and then that's affecting y'all doing that, Shedeur continued. We all knew, because our family be talking in group chats and everything. But at the end of the day, you're able to see, and you're able to understand. On the field, off the field, you know what I go through. He never denied that the weight of the moment existed. He just refused to let it crush him. And in doing so, Shedeur gave an emotional glimpse into what makes him tick, not just as a quarterback, but as a son. You gotta be some type of human. At some point in the way I'm doing everything and how I'm handling everything that's thrown at me, he said. You got no choice but to applaud that. The diagnosis that changed everything, the full weight of Deion Sanders' cancer, wasn't known to the public until just last week. For months, his absence from spring practice and from Colorado's off-season events was explained vaguely. Whispers grew louder. Concern mounted, but it wasn't until late July that the truth was made public. The diagnosis was grim. According to Deion's oncologist at CU Anschutz, the tumor was very high grade and invading through the bladder wall. In such cases, the cancer often spreads quickly, with survival rates plummeting to around 10% once it metastasizes. I can't pee like I used to, Deion admitted with a bittersweet chuckle at his press conference. I depend on depends. I'm making a joke out of it, but it is real. It was not the tone the world expected from a man known for swagger and sunglasses. But perhaps that was the most powerful part of it, a genuine human moment from a man who had spent his life cloaked in unshakable confidence. If you see a porta potty on the sideline, it is real, he said. You're going to see one at practice, on the sideline, in games. Beyond the jokes was a brutal reality. Sanders had lost 25 pounds, had to relearn basic bodily control, and now lives a life dependent on medical devices. Still, he's back on the sidelines in Boulder, refusing to be reduced to a diagnosis, and he's urging others not to wait as long as he did. The blood in his urine, a telltale sign of bladder cancer, had gone undiagnosed. Only a heart scan for unrelated issues saved him. Everybody get checked out, he warned, because if it wasn't for me getting tested for something else, they wouldn't have stumbled upon this. A father's fight, a son's rise while Deion was battling cancer. Shedeur was battling for his identity. The fifth-round draft pick entered Cleveland's camp not as a savior, not as a superstar, but as the fourth quarterback on the depth chart, and arguably the most watched one of them all. He didn't want special treatment. He didn't even want his father to visit. I don't want him coming to see me right now because I want to get to where I want to go, then for him to see me, Shedeur explained. I don't want him to come and see me get a couple of reps and he's cheering. Like a good dad. Like, nah, he can't be proud of me right now. I got to get to where I'm going. This wasn't disrespect. It was clarity. Shedeur knew exactly what a visit from Deion Sanders would bring. Cameras, speculation, fanfare, and he didn't want any of it. He wanted peace, if only for a few weeks. We know how everybody would take it and take away from the team just from him being my own dad showing up, he said. So it's a gift and a curse at the same time. That phrase, a gift and a curse, may be the most honest thing ever said about being Deion Sanders' son, a rookie with nothing to prove, except everything Shedeur. Sanders enters the NFL in a paradox. He has nothing to prove. His college stats speak volumes. His leadership is proven, and his football IQ is elite. And yet, because of who his father is, he has everything to prove. He's not just fighting for a spot on the Browns roster. He's fighting to be seen as his own man, to be taken seriously, to be evaluated without the glitter of Coach Prime's legacy. So far, that journey has been solitary and internal. No fanfare, no parents in the stands. Just grind, and it's working. Slowly, he's starting to turn heads. His work ethic is noted. His approach is respected. And his mental strength, especially in light of his father's public health crisis, has earned quiet admiration in Berea. What the future holds for the Sanders, Minners, the NFL season approaches. Each Sanders faces his own uphill climb. Deion, the cancer survivor, must now coach through fatigue, recovery, and a radically changed life, all while trying to lead Colorado back to national relevance. Shedeur, the rookie, must navigate the NFL's steep learning curve without relying on the Sanders name to buy him time or opportunity. And Shiloh, Shedeur's brother, is also fighting for a spot with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, turning heads as an undrafted safety looking to earn a role. Each one is battling something: cancer, competition, criticism. And yet, each battle is connected by the same code. No excuses, no sympathy. Only forward, final thoughts. Strength reimagined. The sports world loves toughness. We celebrate playing through injury, defying odds, silencing critics. But perhaps the greatest form of toughness isn't what happens on a field. It's what happens off it when the cameras fade, and life gets harder than any opponent you'll ever face. Deion Sanders, once the epitome of flash, now stands as a quiet example of strength in vulnerability. Shedeur Sanders, once the high school prodigy in his father's shadow, now walks his own path with focus, humility, and steel in his spine. Together, they remind us that greatness isn't about who shouts the loudest. It's about who keeps going when everything says stop.